everybody, this is Lydia D Beauty, and I'm going to do another first impressions video on a foundation, and this is the Physicians Formula Argan BB Cream. Now, it's the Argan Wear. It has argan oil in it, so it's supposed to be moisturizing, and I had gotten this actually in the mail a few days ago, and I wanted to try it because I wanted to see how well this does on oily skin. I have super oily skin, mind you. I have acne-prone skin, as you can see, a lot of acne scars. And when I have acne skin, it tends to get dry in the areas that I had my breakouts. But other than that, I am very, very oily. I'm about medium to light olive skin tone. And yeah, I've never tried a BB cream on my face because I just never have. So what I'm going to do, as in my last first impressions video, I'm going to prime one half of my face, or actually this half of my face, and leave one half of my face unprimed. So let's get started. So real quickly, I want to let you know what this is supposed to do. Okay, so it's supposed to have glow renewing benefits infused with 100% pure argan oil, known as liquid gold, for the rich conditioning benefits that can improve skin's brightness, tone, texture, and elasticity. So it's supposed to smooth fine lines, brighten dull skin, renew suppleness, and help embrace skin's youthful glow. Exotically scented from, and it does have a scent. It's kind of perfumey a little bit, like sunscreeny perfume smell. Okay, so yeah, it's supposed to smooth your skin, brighten your skin, and renew your skin as far as it says here. Okay, so primer of choice, again, is my NYX Studio Perfect. I just find this primer works for me. I'm going to prime the left side of my face. Just put that right there. And usually the prime side is going to be used with a beauty blender, which is this guy right here, my Real Techniques. And the other side will be pressed in with a stipple brush or one of my flat kabuki brushes from Mark or Eco Tools. This is my Eco Tools one, but it's dirty, so I don't know if I want to use it. So yeah, let's do the application. I'll do this side first and then this. So as far as the application goes for the Beauty Blender, it actually shears it out pretty good, but it actually, the coverage is not bad, actually. I like it. I keep saying actually, I don't know why. It's really nice. It feels comfortable. The smell is kind of nice, so yeah, so far so good. So let's apply the other half of my face with my e.l.f. stipple brush and my unprimed half of my face. Application with the stipple brush, I actually don't like it as much because it seemed to shear it out a lot more. So the Beauty Blender is probably the best way to go to apply this, or with your fingers. So I'm actually going to add another layer with my fingers to even out the coverage on this side of my face with the other side of my face. So even with your fingers, my fingers are nice and clean. Make sure your fingers are sanitized when you apply makeup. It applies better with your fingers, actually. And with the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender did a good job, too. So I did notice that I do need just a bit more coverage on the other side. So with the Beauty Blender, I'm going to add a second layer. Since I did add a second layer, technically, to the other side, I want to make sure I'm fair to each side. As far as application goes, it feels clean, it feels lightweight, it seems to have pretty good coverage, and the match is actually pretty nice. Maybe a little tinge pink for me, but let me show you what I mean. So that's the shade right there. And when you move it around, see how much coverage there is? And as you shear it out more, like rub it in your skin more, it kind of blends in with your skin. So that's actually a plus. So Let me put the rest of my makeup on, which I'm going to be spot concealing a little area here and a little bit here. But I'm going to see how this wears throughout the day. Yeah, so it smells pretty nice. It smells like a perfume sunscreen almost. So I don't know, if you don't like really strong smells, I would not suggest this foundation or BB cream because it has a pretty strong smell. So I wouldn't suggest this because from now I can smell it all the time and it smells really perfumey and kind of sunscreeny. So overall, it's pretty nice so far. Application was easy and it's really nice. So I'm going to check in throughout the day again, like I did before, and I'm going to let you know how it wears throughout the day with oily skin because I tend to get oily within an hour or two. So I'm going to see every 4 hours how it works from like an 8 to 5 perspective. So it's actually 7:53 right now. And I will check in again in another 4 hours. Usually I will check in about every 4 hours because when I used to work full time, 8 to 5, I would usually have to touch up around my lunch hour, which was noon. And then at the end of the day, I was just super oily with my old foundation routine. Now in comparison to my Infallible, and I am going to compare a lot of these foundations if I do try any more to my Infallible, because that Infallible makeup foundation from L'Oreal is perfect for me. It's perfect for oily skin. It doesn't budge. It doesn't oil up. At the end of the day, yes, it's really oily because my skin is super oily. But I wanted to see how well this does under the test of oily skin. So if you have oily skin and you don't like trying BB creams, well, I'm going to try a BB cream for you and see how well that does. And yeah, so I'm going to put on the rest of my face and then I will sum up overall thoughts of how other makeup applies to it as well, like my blush and everything. Well, the rest of my makeup is applied, so what I did to apply my makeup, like the rest of it, as far as like other things, is my HD concealer from NYX, and I topped it, I powdered with my Infallible, my L'Oreal Infallible powder as usual, and it seems to go on really well with my blush, which is also NYX, right there. And bronzer was really nice, and everything else really applied, and it looks really natural and beautiful. So far I love this foundation, the way it, or BB cream, the way it applies and the way it feels on my face. It still smells perfumey even though I have all the rest of that stuff on. So I'm going to check out throughout the day, so I will see you guys at about, I don't have my phone right now, but it's about 8 o'clock right now. And I will see you guys at about noon and check up and see how it wears throughout the day. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, so this is the first check-in. Okay, so the time, I am a little late. It is 12:25, and as you could tell, super oily. But it doesn't feel uncomfortable. I am really oily. BB creams are not my friend because they don't have a mattifying. I know there's some that came out with mattifying effects to it, but this doesn't have that. So as you can tell, and I do notice upon further inspection, close-up inspection, I'm breaking out a little bit, because if a product is going to make me super oily, I'm going to break out. So I would not suggest this for all day use, and of course this is very natural looking and it's super comfortable. I mean, I love how comfortable it is, but now that my oil is seeping through, you know, it's just bothersome to be oily like this. And I'm not really putting this for prolonged wear. I'm more seeing how it reacts to oily skin. I'm going to have to powder. So I am going to powder with this video because I wanted to show you that midday I would need to touch up. So if you work all day like an 8 to 5 job or whatever, midday you're probably going to need to touch up. Alright, so show you what I mean. Can you see the oil on my nose, my forehead, and my chin, and it's starting to wear away a little bit right here. So this is not meant to be a long wearing foundation, so, but it does look pretty natural. So you can see it right there. So yeah, this is not a long wearing foundation at all by any means, but it's super, super comfortable. I would probably use this foundation. Let me grab it real quick. I would probably use, I'm throwing things. I would probably use this foundation for when I need to just run real quick errands, like an hour or two long, just to throw something on. This would be a nice thing to throw on because it has skincare benefits to it. So I think after I wash off my makeup at the end of the day, I'm going to let you know if there's any slight changes to the skin texture or if I notice any brightness to my face. I know it wouldn't happen upon first application, but since I did get this for free, I will be testing it out a long time. Not saying that I don't usually do that. Usually if I don't like the product, I just go ahead and like pass it on, or I go ahead and just so I applied my powder, and I would have to say that when you touch up with powder, it turns back into what you had first applied. You know, the look it looks like. It looks very natural. It looks pretty nice. Of course, it's worn away at the edges here because I have a dry area right here. It gets real dry in the corners of my mouth, so it's a little faded there, but touching it up, it actually does not look like it's wearing too much. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean? When you touch up repowder your face, and the brush just takes off some of the makeup. So it didn't take off any of the makeup. It actually looks really nice, and usually I just powder with this is my powder brush from the icing, and I just powdered with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder, and this is in what, natural beige? I'm not sure. Oh, nude beige. So usually I have to go in and powder real heavily, and then I'm just going to actually apply some Smashbox primer water on the primed half of my face so that I don't disturb the non-primer here, because I want to know if it really needs a primer. That's what I like to know. So I think it looks pretty nice. So I'm going to check in about, geez, it's 12:32, so I'll be checking in about 5:30 maybe. Depends on if I'm making dinner or not. I might check in a little sooner just so that I can sit here and tell you a little bit more when I have more time, because I cook dinner around that time. But anyways, we'll see. Usually about 5:30 is when I want to do my check-ins, because that's pretty much like the average end of the day of the work day. So I want to see how it wears when I touched up at work. Because I know that when I used to work, I would touch up at my lunch break, but I would have to take off all my makeup because powdering did not do it for my old foundation routine. I used to use the Avon Smooth Minerals and make a mousse out of it, out of my Hard Candy primer, and then I'd apply it and put my Wet n Wild Natural Blend powder, and at midday I wouldn't be able to just powder because it would worn away already. So this hasn't worn away after I powdered it, so it's really good in standing with my expectations of this BB cream. So I'm surprised. I actually really like it. It feels comfortable. It doesn't feel heavy at all. So I will check in about 5:30, if not a little earlier. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so last check-in. Oh, throwing things. Last check-in on the Argan Wear BB cream from Physicians Formula. I'm a grease ball right now. I do notice a few new breakouts, like right here, but that's just typical for me if I wear makeup 8 hours. So I'm breaking out for you guys. But it's not a bad foundation. It's super comfortable. I mean, all day it feels like I'm wearing nothing. The smell of this, because it smells really perfumey and sunscreeny, it actually goes away probably about an hour after wear. So if you're not okay with that, then I wouldn't recommend it. But overall, this is, I just love the packaging. It's so cute. But this is a pretty good foundation for just like to slap on, run errands, because as much as my oil is coming through, it doesn't. Okay, so as far as the, I mean, yeah, I have some breakouts coming in especially right here. I always break out there and then on my chin. But that's just typical, of course, like I said, with wearing a foundation all day. So if I were just to go to the bank real quick or go grocery shopping in the morning and I don't feel like doing the whole face but looking natural, then I would definitely use this. So for oily skin girls, if you don't like wearing foundation that you're going to wear all, so I would probably use this just to, you know, slap it on and go, because it's really easy to put on. It actually covers really well. I do spot concealing because of course I have some dark areas, but other than that, it's pretty it has good coverage for a BB cream. The smell is nice to me. It doesn't bother me, and I have high allergies, so I have really bad allergies to smells or perfumes. But it didn't bother me that much. I mean, after a while, I was like, okay, I'm done with the scent. But it didn't make me feel like I was sneezing all the time, so it's not a bad smell. If you like that sunscreeny perfume smell. And also, it fades throughout the day, so it's not going to stay on too long. Other than that, I think it's a pretty good foundation. Not long wear. Definitely not a long wear. So if you have oily skin like I do, and you want to wear it all day, I wouldn't recommend it. You would have to touch up midday if you wore it all day long. So you'd probably have to touch it up at noon. Without touching it up, it's very oily, but it does look seriously natural, so that's nice. Now I'm going to wipe it away and see if there's any difference in my skin tone. Maybe if it's improved a little tiny bit, we'll see. Alright, so wiping it away. And at the end of the day, I actually do not feel like I did with the Better Skin from Maybelline. Like, my skin was crawling with that one at this time of the day. Oh, and by the way, it's 4:59, a little early, but it's pretty much how time to go home, right? If you work all day. I'm wiping all my makeup off to see if there's any improvement in my skin. And of course you won't see it noticeably, but I could tell if there's a difference. No difference. I mean, my skin does look a little, like a teeny bit brighter than usual. But not like my dark spots aren't gone. I mean, throughout time, I'm pretty sure you'll find that your skin improves, because it's supposed to brighten skin. And it seems like it's brightened it just a tiny, tiny bit, enough for me to notice a little bit less dullness in my face, because I have really dull skin. So overall, not bad. Of course, I do have breakouts, so that's alright. As you're going to see me with half my makeup off. That's the end of this video. I would definitely try this if you're looking for something real quick to slap on and not wear it all day, because that's pretty much the case with this makeup. You can't wear this all day if you have oily skin. If you have dry skin, I'm pretty sure it'll last all day. Normal skin, maybe it will last all day. But for oily skin, it will not last all day. But it's super comfortable. It feels like nothing on your face all day long, even with your oil, because you know that feeling when you get when your oil is coming out and you could feel it on your face. You can't feel it. It feels like nothing. So I felt like I've worn nothing on my face. So I do like this. I will definitely repurchase this. Purchase this, since I got this as a little freebie that I won. I will definitely get another one if I run out of this, because it's nice to just slap on and go, especially since I'm now an at-home mom. This is nice to run errands with, so if you don't want to do the full face and, you know, long wear. So yeah, good product. I like it. Good job, Physicians Formula, and thank you so much for the product. I'm so glad I won this. It's really nice. So I will leave the information about this foundation down in the description bar. Hope you enjoyed this first impressions video, and if you'd like to see more first impressions on any kind of products, please let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.